Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and good morning. This is Ashima, and in this video we'll be talking about daily current affairs, where we'll be talking about various news events from today. So the major news events are going to be discussed over here. That is, this video is going to be helpful for all the aspirants, whether you're preparing for banking examination or SSC examination, or you're preparing for any defense examination. All of those students are going to be benefited, because this video context is, or this video format is more of giving you out current affairs rather than creating or framing question range out of it, right? And for those who want to practice questions alongside, for them we have everyday live quiz that happens on Entry app. Also, we have a weekly recap session. Weekly recap session happens every Saturday at 7 p.m. which I will be taking for all of you. So every Saturday 7 p.m. I take weekly recap for all of you, and live quiz happens on Entry app every day, which is approximately 15 questions a day to help you keep in touch with questions. Also, if you download Entry app, you can also get free mock tests and free sectional tests. Right, free mocks and free sectional tests out of them. So let's begin for today. Now, the first thing that we have is about CBSE. CBSE has launched a competency-based assessment framework, which has been launched for classes 6 to 10, and that has been launched for 3 subjects, namely that is English, Science and Mathematics. And also there's a collaboration of CBSE. That collaboration is with British Council and 3 agencies from UK, that is Cambridge and NARIC and Alpha Plus. These are 3 agencies, and the tie-up is with British Council for the same purpose, right? Now, what are the work of these agencies and how are they going to help in CBSE? They will help create this assessment framework for a larger area, that is for how many writers or item writers should be there, trainer mentors that should be there, how the process should be rolled out in the education system. All of those things are going to be done after these guidance agencies that have been collaborated with CBSE. Then we have Directorate General of Foreign Trade, or DGFT, which is going to assist states and union territories to prepare annual report ranking index on different districts. Now, what is this ranking going to be dependent on? This ranking is going to be on its export competitiveness. So annual export competitiveness is going to be rolled out recently, and once this is rolled out, who is going to conduct it? Directorate General of Foreign Trade is going to conduct it, and this is going to be assisting all the states and union territories for preparing all of that report. Then ISRO has recently demonstrated free space quantum communication. This was done at a range of around 300 meters, and in this, quantum key encrypted signals were used. Quantum key encrypted signals were used in this. And if we talk about what the free quantum key distribution which was used, it was demonstrated at SAC, Special Space Application Center in Ahmedabad. Right. Then Russia has launched 38 foreign satellites together from Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, and this has been launched for 18 countries. So 38 satellites have been launched for 18 countries by Russia recently. Right, and this includes satellites for South Korea, also for Japan, also for Germany, also. And the carrier which has been used is Soyuz 2.1A. Soyuz 2.1A. Then we have Ministry of Tourism, which has engaged National Council of Applied Economic Research to conduct a study on India and the coronavirus pandemic, economic loss for household engaged in tourism and policies of recovery. Now, this has been created to see the impact on tourism sector and all the tourism activities and the overall economic impact that has been seen on these activities because of COVID. Then we have contentious Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Bill 2021. Now this bill was, which one we had talked about in last session, that was that Lieutenant Governor is the government as stated. So this bill has been passed in Rajya Sabha also. Lok Sabha had passed it recently. Now Rajya Sabha has also passed. So all the decisions now in the Union Territory of Delhi will have to be consulted mandatorily with the with the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. Also, whenever we mention in the Constitution, whenever Government of Delhi is mentioned, that refers to the Lieutenant Governor, right? So, who is the current Lieutenant Governor? That is Anil Baijal, right? Then we have Parliament has passed a National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professionals Bill 2021, which is to set up National Commission for Allied and Healthcare Professions to regulate and standardize education practices of allied and healthcare professionals. Now over here, this bill's name is important, and what is it going to set up? It is going to set up National Commission for Allied Healthcare, right? So over here, this is important. Now apart from this, or apart from the information over here, then we have functions of National Commission. Now what will National Commission be doing? It is going to include the standards of education and practice for creating and maintaining online central register for all the professionals that are there. So all the professionals, their online register is going to be prepared, and basic standards of education should be provided to all the students who are there. Uniform entrance exam should be there, uniform exit exam should be there. These are the functions of National Commission which has been proposed for allied and healthcare. Then Chief Justice of India has announced his successor, that is recommendation for who should be his successor, that is Justice N.V. Ramana. Then Indian Coast Guard ship Vajra, the sixth offshore patrol vessel, has been announced to enhance coastal security, and that has been commissioned in Chennai Port Trust recently, right? So where has it been commissioned? That is important. And what is the name? That is important, because they can ask you which is the latest one that has been put or commissioned, right? So latest Indian Coast Guard ship is Vajra. Then who has built it? It has been built by L&T, and it is a completely indigenous one, right? Then we have Parliament has passed Finance Bill 2021, and that has been passed with Rajya Sabha returning it to Lok Sabha government. So that means the cycle of Finance Bill has been complete. Now in this there were certain changes. Now it is not that as it is, it has been passed. There have been certain changes that have been proposed by Rajya Sabha. So government has raised the limit of tax exemption on interest earned on Provident Fund contribution. So what is the increment that has come to 5 lakh per annum in certain specified cases? What was the earlier one? Earlier was 2.5 lakh. In the proposed budget, it was 2.5 lakh, and that has been increased to 5 lakh in the recent updates of finance bill that have happened. Right now, this exemption is subject to the condition that up to 5 lakh contribution should not include the employer's contribution beyond the statutory limit of 12% of basic pay. It should not exceed 12% of basic pay, and that is only so that is the time when it can be done, or this exemption is going to be valid. Then India has ranked 40 among 53 global economies in the Intellectual Property Index. And if we talk about this index was released recently. Who has released it? That is a question. So it was released by US Chamber of Commerce Global Innovation Policy Center, or GIPC Global so Chamber of Global Innovation Policy Center of United States, right? Then we have NHAI. NHAI has recently announced that it is going to develop world-class wayside amenities for more than 600 locations. So the identification is for 600 locations, and out of these 130 are targeted for 2021-22 only, and this is going to involve all the fuel station, electric charging station, food court, retail, ATM, toilets. That is basic facilities on like you can stay or take a break from your long route, that kind of thing. Children playing area is also going to be there in this. Village heart for local handicraft is also going to be there for it. So kind of a mini stay for your long routes. Taiwan is going to ration water from April 2021 for households residing in center of the island. Why? Because Taiwan is currently suffering from the worst of the drought in half a century, because typhoons have soaked all the rainfall, right? So there is no rainfall on land, due to which shortage of water has come. So now to give water to people, rationing of water is going to be done by Taiwan recently. Now, Asia's largest tulip garden, which is in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir, it is scheduled to be open for general public and tourists from 25th of March. Then India TB report was published recently, and according to it, India reports 24% year-on-year fall in registration of TB cases in 2021. So in 2021, the number of cases have comparatively dropped in terms of tuberculosis. India's target for tuberculosis elimination is 2025. So India targets that by the year 2025, tuberculosis should be eliminated, right? And India is completely aiming it before the Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations, that is for 2030. So in SDG also TB is there, but that is for 2030 target. India is targeting 5 years ahead for this. Now with this, we will wind up the session for today, and I hope this session has been helpful to all of you. We'll meet you in the next session. Until then, goodbye, take care, and have a wonderful day ahead, all of you.